Welcome to Barnstable Today. I'm Melissa Chartrand, filling in for Kevin Friel. All of our programs can be viewed on the town website, town.barnstable.ma.us.
On last night's program, we showed you the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting featuring Chris Joyce and Joyce Landscaping, which owns a business across the street from the landfill on Flint Street in Martha's Mills. And he spoke and explained what his proposal was, and there was opposition to his modification.
After we realized the issues in conversation with staff, we hired Sullivan Engineering in Cape Surf to do a survey of the property and come up with a new parking plan with proper setback requirements and proper drainage. The town engineer had asked for, we had gone to site plan and had to go back to site plan because he wanted these bioswales proposed, which Sullivan Engineering redesigned, and this new plan meets the setback requirements, pulls us out of the 50-foot buffer and pulls us out of the 25-foot buffer. So all of our parking is within the proposed setbacks. And there is a vegetation plan for Flint Street, which we have gone over, which that will be the Flint Street, as you're looking at it from the dump. There's some topography changes from the crown of Flint Street to where the parking will be, and that will be the landscape plan, and then the sideline vegetations will get buffered as well.
Basically, as I said, you know, he was 25, he was starting his business, starting his career. Initially there was compliance, but as the business took off, you know, things creeped. It's kind of like you know, think about maintaining your home. You know, you first move into it and you maintain everything, and then as time rolls on, things start to slip a little bit. And that's exactly what happened here, and frankly, he was basically kind of forgotten that he was there under a use variance. This was his home. This is where he was operating his business. I understand you.
How are you, Board?
Good.
My name is William Manley. I am the property owner of the property that some of that material is on.
Oh.
I honestly don't know anybody, my neighbor's gripes here tonight. I have a feeling what they are, but I would imagine I'm the kingpin here. You know, it's nice to hear that Chris Joyce is an overnight hero and this and that, and he is. I've always walked up to Chris Joyce and admired him, owning and being in business, not as big as him, but having my fair share, 35 years of tree work and bucket trucks and so forth and so on, in 2 states. But my concern is this. I didn't even know we were here for really buffers and where trailers are going and this and that and building a big building out back. I'm here because of the industrial work. This is for the board. All this is for the board. Mr. Newton. And this is for the board, for your records. I don't need them back. If you look at all those aerial shots, those are 75, 80 feet in the air looking down on the Joyce property. Some of it's 6 o'clock in the morning, some of it's whatever. But that's what's happening. That's what I look at. That's what I put up with every day. I'll back up a little. I bought that house in 2000. Chris Joyce bought the property 2 years before me. When I bought that property, Chris Joyce was not as big as he is now. That is why there has been no complaints. Now, he didn't bother me. He honestly did not bother me. I used to walk through the woods and congratulate him and doing a great job, and I almost envied him. But after a while of owning the property, I started clearing the trees out and doing certain things and remodeling the house, and I put about $100,000 inside my house. And I was going to retire there. I'm closing in at 60 years old. I don't have to do a lot anymore. I own several properties. I've owned properties like he has. I've sold them. I've made money. I've lost money. But I know about variances, and I know about codes, and I know about the use of that property that he bought. Because that property was really for sale for quite a while, and really nobody wanted it. But he did a good thing. He did a very good thing. But I happen to live in the middle of them. And if I knew how big he is right now, I don't want my property anymore. I don't even want it. I've tried to sell it. I've approached Chris Joyce to buy it. This is the documents of Century 21. My brother actually, right here, this is the house was for sale for 1 year. I had one offer, and it was deterred because of when we walked in the back, it was Chris Joyce. And, you know, it really has never bothered me because I've been in that field. I've been in that field. But now I can't enjoy my house. I'm at a point in my life I want to relax. I want to go to Mexico. I want to go to Florida. I want to do things. But when I go home, I can't enjoy my house. I really can't. I put Anderson windows in. They rattle. They rattle day and night. I've had my neighbors come over to prove it. I have talked to Mr. Perry. I have complaints in the last year of in that town hall. They know me. Everybody knows me.
Good evening. My name's Craig Bush, and I own the property at 765 West Barnstable Road. I've got some pictures I'd like to submit. I don't want to deprive Chris of making a living at all. And as I said before, the guy is a consummate businessman. Incredible. But his desire to grow has to be balanced with the needs of the abutters. I think he's run out of space. And if you go and you visit that property, you'll see that that residential lot, which is kind of a mirror image of my lot, yes, you're right. That pile of loam is well onto that property. I know where my property line is. He is running a multi-million-dollar operation, and that's a long way from the 15 or 20 men that he first proposed, you know, some years ago. I'd like to see him go and move some of that operation to places where other landscapers have typically located their operations, and I mentioned those. Down on Nicoletta's Way or down on Echo Road in Mashpee. Those properties are for sale. I called about them myself. So what's the standard by which to render a decision? What's reasonable? Is Mr. Joyce being deprived of reasonable use of his property? I don't think so. He has 76 full-time, year-round employees, and machines too numerous to mention, which, by the way, I don't think I said, where did those ever get permitted for? Where did those ever get permitted for? He has a flourishing business, and it's not unreasonable to think that he should be allowed to expand the number of trucks and the number of employees. Nor is it unreasonable to expect that neighbors have a right to privacy and peace of mind. Peace and quiet have been in conspicuous absence over the last few years, continuing to today. Peace and quiet can't happen as long as Chris is permitted to run a soil recycling plant, which is what's happening over there.
Following the presentation, the Board of Appeals voted to continue the meeting to November 18th.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Len Gobeil.
And I'm Melissa Chartrand.